Normal and optimal are not the same thing, especially when it comes to lab results. Let me explain. Hi, I'm Erica Ballard, healthy living expert and coach, and one of my biggest pet peeves is when patients are handed lab results with no follow-up or explanation about what they mean. That's why in this video, I'm gonna lay out the 3 lab results you really want to pay attention to optimize your health. And real quick, I'm not a doctor and it's completely up to you whether or not you use this information. So lab 1, your fasting glucose. So here's the deal. The reference range for this lab is 80 to 100 milligrams per deciliter. But as far as I'm concerned, if you are above 90, we got some problems. As in it's too high and you are en route to serious insulin issues. Because while the reference range says below 100 is fine, reference ranges are based on what's common and acceptable, not on what's optimal. And under 90 milligrams per deciliter, that's optimal. And that's where you need to be to ward off metabolic diseases like heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Lab result 2, your vitamin levels, which is more so a collection of labs, but these are really important lab results to pay attention to, as your vitamin levels indicate whether or not your body has everything it needs to run optimally. So to help you understand where you want to be, I'm gonna share that typically optimal vitamin levels live in the upper third of the reference range. Now, this isn't true for all vitamins, but it is true for most. And a quick Google search or conversation with your integrative provider can tell you exactly where you want to be. Now lab 3, your A1C. And this one is really important to understand because for some reason, people think that type 2 diabetes just happens, but type 2 diabetes doesn't just happen. And we'd know that if we actually knew what the optimal target for A1C is. Problem is we don't, because we've determined that anything under 5.7% is normal for A1C, but it's not normal. The actual target for A1C is 5%. Yeah, 5%. And you can bet that anything much higher than that means you've boarded the train to diabetes town. Obviously, there are a lot more labs to be dealt with, but I find that these 3 labs can give you a decent picture of what's happening in your body. So if you've recently gotten labs, reread them and talk to your provider if you have any questions about your results. Or reach out to me for one-on-one health coaching if you've gotten labs and know you need some help reversing your not so optimal results. And with that, if you like this video and think others might too, go ahead and like it and share it now.